Hey guys, it is Tuesday, November 3rd, about 3:30. Wanted to do a video about acceptance. I feel like I've done a lot of videos, and I know a lot of other people have done a lot of videos about acceptance of self and how much others have or have not accepted us in our transition and the shifting of our identities and so forth. So recently, I had some friends who I have always understood to be lesbian identified. They are older in the sense that probably mid to late 50s, pretty well established in their sense of who they are, both cisgender women. I met them in a lesbian relationship, and I think they've been in that relationship for quite a few years, 10, 15 years, maybe even longer. Lost contact with them over the last year or so, and a couple of weeks ago, one of them contacted me via email, and I thought I just wanted to reconnect, and was happy to do so. And so she sent an email asking if she could talk about me in one of her blogs, and I said yes. I didn't think much about it, and so I went and I read the blog, and it was interesting because it was posted on her MySpace. And I happened to notice on her MySpace page that her relationship status said single, and her sexual orientation, or however it's labeled there, is labeled as straight, and super confusing to me. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, did they break up? And gosh, I didn't know about it, and you know, I had all these thoughts. So I didn't say anything, and I just go and I read the blog, and the blog was about a variety of different things that are kind of relevant, but not necessarily relevant, because I don't want to do a 20-minute video. That she no longer referred to her partner as her partner, like in the sense of like a lover or a lesbian partner. She referred to her as her god partner, her god friend. That's what she called her. And subsequently, there's been many more blogs about the status of their relationship and their identity, and they appear to be reconnecting or just finding, I'm not sure, religion, and into that they have shifted from a lesbian identity to straight identity, and are no longer in a sexual relationship, but are still in some sort of a God-like relationship with each other and with God. And if you detect judgment in my voice, it's because it's there, which is part of the reason why I'm making the video. I struggled a lot as I'm reading her blogs and this shift in identity, and part of that is because of my own sort of experiences and prejudice with Western organized religion. Having been a member of a sexual and gender minority my entire life, I have felt the direct results of the dogmatic practices of organized religions, whether that's Eastern religion or Western religion or something in between. And admittedly, I'm rather ignorant. I haven't gone to church. I haven't read the Bible. I know that religion has influenced politics and policy and government and impacted the everyday life of hundreds of thousands and millions of people, and for some of those people it's totally fine because it fits right in line with what they believe in. But for some of us who don't necessarily believe in that, it's kind of negatively impacted my life. So that's kind of where the edge of judgment comes as I do this video. But the good news is that I fully recognize it and acknowledge it. So as I'm reading this, I'm finding myself being called to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. And I think what I mean by that is as I started to shift identities and tell my truth about being trans and being male, and really hoping and expecting in some cases and situations that people were there for me and supported me. And sometimes I got exactly what I hoped for and what I expected, and sometimes I didn't, and I still don't. But feeling pretty justified in my frustrations or my sadness or my anger or my grief when I didn't get the acceptance or support that I felt like I deserved, or that all people deserve. So as I'm reading these blogs and I'm being asked to shift my understanding of somebody else's identity, why am I struggling so much in accepting it? Accepting things that we agree with or that we understand or can conceptualize firsthand, that's the easy shit. It's accepting things that maybe are outside our knowledge or outside our own personal experience or outside our own belief system. And their experience that they're going through right now is definitely outside of my belief system, outside of anything I've experienced. And I haven't asked them a lot of questions, but I have to wonder if they're being told and they are now believing that the only way they can be included in or accepted within this structure, the social construct, of this religion, who I almost said a bunch of judgmental words there, is to no longer be lesbian identified, and I have a problem with that. Personally, I have a problem with that. I have a problem with the potential damage to one's identity that can create or cause. But it's not my place to judge that. It's my place to accept their truth as they understand it and as they are feeling it and seeing it, much like they accepted my truth. When I said, despite the fact that you've known me as this person with a female body and female pronouns and with this female name, I'm going to ask you now to trust me in my journey and when I tell you that I'm not these things and that I'm actually this. And they did. They supported me 100%. And I'm not aware of any sort of gender conflicts that they may or may not have. Neither of them have spoken to me about it, so I'm going to assume that they don't. So they're being asked to support something that they couldn't firsthand experience or understand or feel. And now the shoe's on the other foot, and I'm being called to provide the same thing that they provided to me. So I just wanted to put that out there, as kind of a commentary, but also me doing my external processing thing to think about acceptance and how acceptance is a two-way street, and it's certainly not just about accepting the things that we agree with or that we understand or that we've experienced ourselves. The true challenge of acceptance is accepting the things that we don't understand, the things that we haven't experienced, the things that we cannot conceptualize, or the things that maybe make us feel a little uncomfortable. And I think in that, in the gift of acceptance, you receive back the gift of acceptance. And accepting doesn't mean that I have to agree with everything. It doesn't mean that I have to understand everything. To me, acceptance is about saying, this is your journey, this is your path, and wherever it may lead you or wherever you may go with this, I'm here to support you, no matter where no matter where your destination is. And I think that we ask that as trans people. We ask that a lot. And when we are given the opportunity to give that back, we really should. We should give that back. So I just wanted to put that out there and talk about that a bit. All right, later.